Welcome to True Talk Radio, your home for facts, fairness, and fearless conversations about Salone Economy.
We're not just any radio. We're an economic governance radio station where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way where go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show, We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This now your platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk. Welcome to True Talk Radio, your home for facts, fairness, and fearless conversations about Salone Economy.
We're not just any radio. We're an economic governance radio station where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way where go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show, We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This now your platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk. Welcome to True Talk Radio, your home for facts, fairness, and fearless conversations about Salone Economy.
We're not just any radio. We're an economic governance radio station where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way where go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show, We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This now your platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk.
Fambude, una good evening today. We don't come back True Talk FM. And I know say we community radio stations that we need partner, and they're all across the country don't join we today. And are they here today with my brother? Yes, Mr. Foray. So me and Mr. Foray will get for engagement now in the next 1 hour 30 minutes. So for the una will be the listen, una be say in the last 2 weeks, I can say, or 3 weeks, we've been really publishing one story what they call the hate party case. The hate party case, now the part one will be the show say all these fetu they do the DODBN. We ask the question, say waiting they make that they happen. So publish that paper would look at the hate party case. Inside the hate of party case will not be the part one. We'll be look at the toll road and we'll be look at the passport. And inside that report they will be sure say, you know what, all Salone people where they driving at the toll, you must pay money. And they established the toll in 2017. And since 2017, we'll start to pay the toll to now, 9 years now, we established say we don't pay $172 million. And one of the things we'll find out in that report, out of that $172 million, with Salone people, they don't pay, because really now we pay for that road day. Not just $1 million. Now, no kind of Salone coffers. And the same way back in the passport, Salone they print about 60 to 70,000 passports every year. We get that contract out, and we get about $7 to $9 million every year per them contract. Then they, in fact, the passport, unlike the toll road, gets $1 million. But that about $70 million we don't collect since 2016. 1 cent they not get to Salone. 1 cent. So they pay for passports, they get nothing. The country they get nothing. And we published in that paper say Salone passports we compare to many other passports in the region, the West African region, now one of the most expensive. But before going to the topic proper, if I for remind Fambul and say, since we published that paper there, a lot of actions, the government don't take a lot of actions, and we still document the actions the government don't take. We they see the Public Accounts Committee don't meet on them. And in fact, we don't hear say some company they don't even pay some money them. So then talk how we can talk, and then research how they talk. Not so for nothing no more. Now would they bring something there out, and this not to this party versus that party. I think they should affect Salone and they'll act on them. And I'm glad and I want to tell thank you to government, because of them what they do. If you're not Minister of Finance, like today we can't talk about the prison contract, prison rest. When they sign that thing about prison rest, you want to sign to let them pay prison. Not to all, the number you go get. Say I don't know now. Say now how many number prisoner then they. So before they sign. So within civil society they do, we they go behind, we do audits, and then audit here what they do. We they make for let government back, because they watch government in back for let them act on that. So once say thank you to government because they act on this. So today we can't talk about the 8 party case part 2 and some other issues then, and especially the link between all of them thing here. I know I'm calling corruption, but the topic really not the corruption and how they affect to politics and how they affect to security issues. Then we know all what they happen on the Guinea border, down the Nayana, but the raving issues them. And right now, if you go to Parliament, we just hear it say APC they don't issue a release, say they know they take parts per governance issues because of Bokutin the way they happen with the no like. So all them 3 topics and they can't talk and together today, me and my brother. So at your one left the under first for there. Over to you, Melvin.
Yeah, family. This is an important talk where we continue. Like how Andrew said, from the 8 party case part 1. We don't reach at the stage now with democracy, now country development, where we need for talk about not just the politics of the state, but how the politics they affect we the citizens, with livelihoods. And procurement on one side, you think saying are just the figures, but it's not just about the figures. It affects every aspect of the governance. It can result to security. It gets security implications. It gets the intention certain way how they practice politics, whilst it flog the pocket, of course, of a few individuals. So we need for talk about them. And see how, because we believe say if we correct them thing there, it gets a direct impact on the economy. It gets a direct impact on the livelihood of the people. And where the people then okay, the country will develop. When the economy grow, the country will develop, and we all go live a happy life. And we go there in a secured environment where politics will be a friendly, not a do or die issue. So that's why we need for we continue this series on the 8 party case, where they look at different procurement and how they contribute. And I like the topic today, because there is a direct connection between corruption or procurement, the best we can call it, procurement irregularities, or some systemic way where people they take money out of the system to security, instability, and to their development. If you analyze all landing, you go understand, say, if we begin get clean corruption and clean practice in procurement, you need to entrench political patronage. But I don't all want to talk about, and I think say this topic very relevant to the current government and even the past one and the politician, where they aspire for joining for governing in the next government. Because now therefore begin think it's not just winning the power, but how the cable change the systemic laws where they happen.
So thank you very much. So today, Fambulem, we have to open the line at 8 o'clock, sharp 8, we open the line. For you one join with today, you go join with, you go call on 072 641 072 our number. So it just glue to your radio set, where they can give you a lot of information today. But as usual, we can let this be a conversation. We can let we all talk to ourselves and let we understand ourselves. Say Then discussion how would they get? You don't say government they listen to we. Government they actually listen. Anything we talk with the documentary and government they listen. So today let's jump right in. The first topic we'll get today. We want for talk today about the prison rest. The prison rest. We don't just publish this report this week here, Thursday to be specific. So we title on the prison rise, the hate party case part 2, the prison rise, and the case for a new politics. And we'll get for end up really later on why we need a new form of politics way different from the kind of politics now we do. That politics where they make, where they talk say, no, if we're supposed in a power now for, we're not within the southeast, you with APC in a power now, you within the southwest and the northern region, and they make the country, you not make the country, you know, care because as far as you're concerned, now your own tribe or your own region and they govern. So we'll get for return to that one day in the later part of the hour. But first we want for know about the prison rest. And you don't say government of Sierra Leone with the government they buy boku rest. They can buy rest for policemen them, they buy rest for prisoners then, they buy rest for soldier man then, they buy rest for sick man then a hospital. So rest really important. If I rest, they cost it like a big political commodity. Where if you get rest, you go hib yourself to your mother-in-law, say today I don't get money, but I don't hib one bag rest for you. They talk say they give you big respect. So rest is big na salon, not only in our staple food. So today we can't talk about and then we actually try for understand why this really important. And I'll John Antonio over to you. Why you feel say this rest will really talk about rest?
Is it the rest the Caillou state just now? All the details. We know say where the rest in price change it affects everybody in pocket. And government is a big player in this rice sector. The Caillou don't name the different people. The police, the soldier, all government they procure rice. But we decide this trip for focus small on prison because it's specific and then it is show we it is able to give we a bigger picture of what they happen. So we decide to say let's understand what they happen at the prison procurement around rice. And so we decide for look at 522 contracts under prisons, 220 under the APC and 350 under the SLPP. When we look through and everything will happen, it shows certain picture way interesting. One of the things we stimulate we make Fambo go agree with me say when government they change or recently around 2018, 19 or 2010 we hear small alala around the rest saga when rice price will change. And we notice say when we do analysis, 62% of all the farm them we the supply or we win contracts at prison when government change, let's say they change them.
Mm-hmm.
That's an alarm and a concern. Why that automatic change? Then the total amount we government is spent just on rice. Now the correctional service, $211 million. That's a huge amount.
Leons.
211 million.
Leons.
New
Leons.
Sorry. That is 211 billion leons. That's a huge amount on rice. Of course, then they do other procurement, we like regular diet. We still contribute to what the prisoner then or the inmates then they eat. We 203.99 a regular diet. And they talk say these are high amount. For say really prisoner then they eat this kind, then they really benefit from this one. And especially who don't hear other news, we other people they talk about the welfare of the prisoners, the inmates, and how they state this. So we decide say, Lord, we watch them. And in reanalysis, there are 3 things. So the amount big. It means say there's a possibility for corruption inside it. You get fiscal risk, and they call fiscal risk. Fiscal risk means they play out money, huge quantity of procurement, and is there waiting they happen, they will understand waiting they happen the right. So there is a fiscal risk because the rest are the most single biggest contracts within a prison, within the procurement where they happen at prison. Like also how Andrew mistake, prison they show it's an exact it's what you call a small bit. We go show how maybe rights procurement they take place now the military, now the police, now the hospital. So you go make you begin understand how institutions they do procurement on rights and the systemic risk. Also, let's get what you call wider market issues. That means we all eat rice every day. Government procurement, if you see go up, it can drive the price of rice go up or down because the suppliers directly supply government and they want the account the contracts and big. Then we analysis, we look and say, well, do politics inside this year's issue. How all government, all this administration, they use, or politicians, they use this rice issue as a way for entrench themselves, as one for encourage patronage,
Okay.
and distributive, what you can call distributive politics, wherein where this one person win and that money they take again party people contract they supply. So we look at all them three things there and we say now we understand the important for we talk about this rice so that people Sierra Leoneans go understand say it's not just about rice. It's not just waiting the prisoner eat. Yes, the prisoner and welfare are very important and everything. But how that rice, how that contract to them the shape now correctional services, they affect with politics all over.
Okay. So thank you very much. So na true Melvin they talk. We don't can talk say me party don't win. Well King Gladys say me party don't win. Whether party they don't win, Bokutin they win for communities and Bokutin can win for freedom. And waiting and they mean you will not be the women's leader we support that party there. So you talk say no, me then Gilman then plazas, now me get for the supplier. Me the milk, now me the supplier. In fact, the one they wouldn't dinner the military. Then military that socks they with the soldier band they were. No, now me they get that contract there for supplier. So this research they show say all of them here the involvement who they make into politics, it's really about for we self. It's not just about how the state the better. Normally enough for we self. And when they talk say not bad, a bad for let anybody go inside something. All man they go inside dance, they say for let you enjoy and for let you set all. But we to find out now then here it really affected. We get for come really to the results. Because the results they ain't really shocking that they show waiting make some people they go inside this. But one of the things we Melvin don't talk about really interesting. Now the fact say we will look at 202 contracts under APC from 2016 to 2018. We look at 350 contracts under SLPP from 2018 to 2023. We find out the way government change. Can you imagine? Now 500 contracts we look at. By the time the government don't change, 60% of them contracts or then they whether this person and they supply plazas, this person and they buy milk, this person and they we government change, then thing then they change, then people then they change. And one of the things they will realize, when they talk to the people, let me say, how possible they get contracts under a particular government? They say, it's easy for if somebody recommend you, you take complimentary card in a state house, you write at the back of that complimentary card, say una can go, this person I now want for this contract. Or the party chairman or party leader from the party secretariat say, no, this person this is not the party in power. Say no, una give this contract to this person. It highly likely say now you to get in contract and this is not so the businessman the way they tell we. So one of the things that we'll find out, and this is not the number one thing, we find out say that money always then give for that rest. 211 million old loans, new loans, 211 billion new loans. 80% of that money they now waste money. So inside of politics, that money we then talk say this is procurement, this is our supporter, and this is the support we Lord give them contract. 80% of that money they where they go inside that contract they now waste money. That are the first finding down there. The second finding, we'll look at the way we then because that money they will talk say now, Lord divide and buy now. How much bag rest that money they buy, how much cup rest with that money they buy, and how many prisoners then they. So every year we they count how much prisoners they this year. In fact, the prisons where they call correctional center now, then get to they call lockup data. That lockup they talk about the number of prisoners that within day. They record them every day, every year, every week, every year. So they watch now how many common corporates them buy this year and how many prisoners then they. Family they find for like you know say we'll look on average for the 8 years and day. On average, 1 green prisoner na 10 corporates per day. 90 on paper say 90 they buy for him. 1 green prisoner na 10 corporates per day. 90 on paper. 90 they pay for him. In fact, some year them bad pass some year self. In 2023, 1 green prisoner na 11 corporates per day. 2023. 2017 na be the worst year. With 1 green prisoner na 15 corporates per day. You already listen to me. 1 green prisoner on paper. The government of Sierra Leone they buy 15 corporates. So we see say it begin better small in 2020 when 4 corporates per day. By 2022 when around 6-7 corporates per day. But by 2023 it go up back to 11 corporates per day. And family therefore know what's the difference between like 2017. Why 2017 na 15 corporates per day? Why 2011, 2023 na 11 corporates per day? One of the things we'll find out, and if finally family you will listen to me, let you know say that 10 day we they say na election term, like 2012, 17 towards 2018 elections, like 2023 election, the expenditure the way they happen at that time. Now that 10 day, one report the way they don't give, where they show say the risk of corruption, the high that 10 day. So you see prisoner business. And as Melvin be they say, this information we get now for prisoners, for say government they really buy boku rest, something when necessary. 80% of rest they waste. Maybe 80% of rest they waste back na the police. Maybe 80% of rest they waste back na the military. So now that make we talk say fine for law will know the money government they use for buy rest under SLPP, under APC, how that money they waste, and how government for block them, and how for stop them. So you get other things like for example we find out say boku people as government they change the supplier then they change. So it means we know they actually build businessman then as alone. Then businessman, you don't see businesses they way strong, they don't mix for politics. I don't care for call people and tribe their neighbor. We don't see Indian man there, we don't see Lebanese man there, we don't even see Fula man there. So they don't mix for politics, they do their business. Government is government, how that business they grow. But some government they come with their own business people then immediately after election, if they lost election, then businesses they wipe out. So in this case, between SLPP APC, you get about 62% of the business they lost. That woman they will be they supply that plazas, with that company they will be they buy that milk, they will be they buy that rest, then change in the period and they. So now this now the source of bitterness. We will say the hate per the case. Now part of another. All of this grievance where they say, me na me party na go for day. Not to how that party they get for change, for let the country better, but how you self get for better in that process day. So now one big finding that one they will see Melvin. I don't know if you follow. So
you touch on some, and it related to the bigger question of politics and insecurity, and this are the direct link. Then grievances then. that change wey dey happen, that 62%, why all man wants their own party canapa, because dem dey able say dem sef go get the prison contract, because dem go able say dem sef go get the police contract, the military contract, so dem go make politics do or die, and ensure say their own party kaisa, and that's the now indirectly they lead to the insecurity and the bad politics who they practice, the politics of patronage and that election violence, because it's a zero-sum game, and that's not the case, and why we may need for look at the prison contract and all other contract and try for change that system they were in. One person go where this party they go 60% of the contractor there, the other person can self count your contractor there. If not so normal they do, the country they go before, because the country go lost. Nobody not going to focus on now almost that procurement, that contractor they supply, whether I actually supply the right condiments. They get everything called